Kyle Larson is standing at the crossroads of motorsports history, and he's got a decision to make that could shape how we remember his 2025 season. Larson recently revealed that he may skip the final qualifying round for the Indy 500, the prestigious Fast 6 shootout, if it conflicts with another high-profile event, the NASCAR All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro. Both events fall within a jam-packed week of racing, with the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 both scheduled on May 25th. That's the double he's been planning to run. But the real pressure hits earlier, on May 18th, when those two worlds collide. That day, the final Fast 6 qualifying round at Indianapolis is slated for the same time as the $1 million NASCAR All-Star event. And here's the catch. This year, the Fast 6 starts an hour later than it did last year, making it basically impossible for Larson to squeeze both in. So now, he has to choose. What does this mean for his IndyCar dream? Is he willing to give up the chance to start from the front row at the Indianapolis 500, arguably the most iconic grid position in all of racing, just to chase a non-points race back in North Carolina? Well, according to Larson himself, maybe. In a Fox Sports interview, Larson explained his mindset. He said that if he qualifies for the Fast 6, he's likely to skip it in favor of racing at North Wilkesboro. And why? That $1 million check for winning the All-Star race is tough to pass up. He made it clear, starting 6th at Indy is perfectly fine with him if it means he can still be part of one of NASCAR's most exciting nights. Now, this isn't unfamiliar territory for Larson. Last year, weather delays at the Coca-Cola 600 forced him to prioritize Indy, missing part of NASCAR's biggest day. That led to an internal shakeup within NASCAR, with officials taking a serious look at how scheduling conflicts could be better managed, especially for drivers attempting the double. They even considered regulation changes to keep these kinds of conflicts from knocking stars like Larson out of key races. But here's the loophole. The All-Star race isn't a points race. It's an exhibition, which means Larson has more flexibility. He can skip Indy qualifying without getting penalized in the Cup Series standings. Still, it raises the question, what's more important to Larson right now, legacy or money? Larson's been hustling hard in 2025. Just last week, he showed up at Texas Motor Speedway, filling in for 18-year-old rising star Connor Zilisch, who was sidelined after a minor back injury at Talladega. While Zilisch's injury isn't serious, doctors and team officials agreed it was better to be safe than sorry. And who better to call than Larson? Behind the wheel of the number 188 JR Motorsports Chevy, Larson proved once again why he's one of the most versatile drivers in racing. On May 3rd, he won the Andes Frozen Custard 300, battling through one of the most chaotic, dramatic races of the season. It wasn't a clean, dominant run. He had to earn it the hard way, facing off against top talents like Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer, and fighting through multiple overtimes.
Kyle Larson filling in for the injured Connor Zilisch. Found out midweek he was going to drive the 88. It took him a while to get there, but he proves once again just how good he is. Kyle Larson once again at Texas.
That win wasn't just about pride or bragging rights. It was crucial for JR Motorsports' owner points standings. While Zilisch missed out on valuable driver points, Larson's win delivered a massive boost to the team's postseason positioning. For context, he's only run 3 Xfinity Series races this season, and he's won 2 of them. A 66% win rate while bouncing between cars and disciplines? That's dominance. It also raises the stakes for every decision he makes. Because every time Larson shows up, he changes the game. So now the motorsports world is holding its breath. Will Larson commit fully to the Indy 500 and aim for history? Or will he shift gears and chase the money, glory, and exposure of the NASCAR All-Star Race? The answer may come down to how fast his Indy car is in the early rounds of qualifying. If he doesn't make the Fast 6, decision's easy. He goes to North Wilkesboro. But if he's in the hunt for the pole, if his car is hot, and the team believes he can grab that coveted number 1. One spot on the grid, he'll have a tough call to make. And let's not downplay what's at stake here. Pole position at the Indy 500 isn't just another front row seat. It's a career-defining moment. The drivers who start up front at Indy go down in history books. It's prestige, legacy, and momentum. But Larson seems ready to trade that in for the All-Star lights and the NASCAR crowd he knows and loves. It's a business decision, a strategic move, but also a gamble. One that shows just how carefully Larson is managing his brand, his schedule, and his impact across two of the biggest motorsport platforms in the world. And he's not slowing down anytime soon. Let's rewind a bit to Texas, because that race deserves a highlight reel of its own. Larson came in as a sub, but quickly became the favorite. The race started wild, with Josh Bilicki triggering an early caution, and Justin Allgaier jumping out front to control stage 1, leading the final 24 laps. Meanwhile, Larson was lurking, quietly climbing the ranks, biding his time. In stage 2, Austin Hill stole the spotlight. His car was lightning fast, pulling away from the field like it was glued to the track. But just as he seemed untouchable, chaos struck. Again. Chris Wright spun out, triggering another caution and letting Hill hang on for the stage win. And then came the final stage, pure mayhem. A 12-car wreck tore through the field, sending drivers like Josh Williams, Taylor Gray, and Corey Day sliding into the infield grass, where in Texas, grass usually means race over. Larson somehow found a lane, dodged it all, and emerged unscathed. After another restart, Allgaier and Hill went back to battling up front. Larson stayed close, waiting for the right moment. Then Sheldon Creed crashed hard into the inside wall after contact with Jesse Love and Corey Day. More carnage, more shuffling. When pit stops hit, Larson and his team nailed it. Perfect timing, great strategy. He beat Hill and Allgaier off pit road to take the lead for the first time. And right when Allgaier tried to fight back, Chris Wright reappeared, indirectly causing a wreck that ended Allgaier's day. From that point on, it was Larson's race to lose. But with just 10 laps left, Corey Day spun again, bringing out yet another caution. Larson pitted for 4 fresh tires, dropping back to 10th, while Hill and others stayed out. High risk, high reward. On the next restart, Larson charged. He sliced through the field, then another caution, another overtime. Jeremy Clements hit the wall. Double overtime. With nerves of steel, Larson lined up again, and on the final green flag, he exploded to the front. Behind him, Taylor Gray and Riley Herbst fought for scraps. Larson took the checkered flag and another Xfinity win, his second of the season and one of the most dramatic of his career. It was never supposed to be an easy win. He dodged wrecks, navigated chaos, made bold pit calls, and executed flawless restarts. That's why he's elite, not just in Cup, but in any car you put him in. Now, all eyes turn to May 18th. One weekend, 2 choices, 2 legacies. So what's it going to be? Will Kyle Larson chase history at Indy, or cash in at Wilkesboro? Let us know what you'd do in his shoes. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on one of the most electric seasons we've seen in years.